downtown where you can get a date for 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price. Now available in paperback and e-readers. Isis, Dark Incubus. The goddess next door gets enthralled in a romantic entanglement with an evil incubus in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get your copy of Isis, Dark Incubus in paperback and e-readers today. Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Actress Tia Mowry recently took to social media to talk all about a recent dating disaster that she had. Now, according to reports, Tia Mowry recently met with a guy for a date and was shocked to see that he arrived at the date with a gold grill in his mouth. Now, gold grills are these fake teeth made out of gold and usually diamonds and other jewelry, and I guess this guy thought he was going to leave a major first impression on Tia Mowry by showing up at this date with this gold grill in his mouth and show her how much money he had and how much of a high value dude that he was. However, Tia Mowry wasn't impressed by the gold grill that this man had in his mouth, and as she was sitting there having drinks with him after they ordered their meal, she was basically absolutely disgusted by seeing this man with this gold grill in his mouth, and she was more disgusted when their food arrived and this man took the gold grill out of his mouth and casually placed it on the table. Now, Tia Mowry was shocked at how bad this date went with this guy who had the gold grill in her mouth, and I think is really rethinking getting out of her 14-year marriage with Corey Hardrick at this point. Because about 2 years ago, Tia Mowry decided that she had enough of her marriage to Corey Hardrick and filed for divorce to leave him and leave the household that she had with her 2 children to go out and enter the world of dating that she said she never experienced as a teenager, because she had spent most of her time on the set of the sitcom Sister Sister. Now, Tia basically said that she wanted to experience the world of dating as she had graduated from marriage, and as she has graduated from marriage, she has basically entered into a social marketplace where things have not gone as she's expected. Now, I have always believed that Tia still is in a state of arrested development, like I talk about in my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, and like many black women who remain single, Tia Mowry still has a really immature view of the world of the social marketplace, and that's why she was so eager to get back to it. Now, Tia thought that the social marketplace would be a place where she would be able to get the advantage because she still thought that she was the young, attractive woman that she was back when she was a teenager on the show Sister Sister, and she thought that the social marketplace would remain the same, where she would have a lot of suitors. Now, Tia thought that there was going to be all of these suitors out here who would be out here looking to check for her at 45 years old, and she thought that there would be all of these men out here who would be eager to get a date with the Tia Landry type woman that she was on Sister Sister, not understanding how 30 years have passed and she's basically aged to become someone who has low social marketplace value, because as being a divorcee with 2 children, most men really ain't checking for her, and they have better options, because when it comes to most men in the social marketplace, most men in the social marketplace have other options, and they can get involved with younger women. No, they don't need to get involved with a 45-year-old divorced mother of 2 when there are lots more women in the social marketplace, and with there being 4 women for every 1 man, the options for those men are really out there, so those men really don't have to go out here and look to try to pander to get the attention of a faded teen sitcom star. No, they can go out here and get with a woman of what they choose to be with, and when they get into Tia and Corey's age range. And what Tia Mowry is running into with this guy with the gold grill is a textbook example of what I talked about in many of my videos and my live streams where I told everyone that the options as related for women in the social marketplace are slim, especially when it comes to black women, as related to getting involved with quality black men. And the only thing usually left in the age range of older women like Tia Mowry are old Pookies, old Ray Rays, and Romy Rome. And those are usually the only options because these men, like Tia, are immature and stuck in a state of arrested development. And because those men are stuck in a state of arrested development, this is why they have not been able to leave the social marketplace. They haven't been able to leave the social marketplace because no woman really wants them, because these men, one, cannot lead themselves, and two, these men really aren't about building anything. So this is the reason why most healthy women have left these men on the social marketplace, because these men basically show that they have no way of being a model for leading a family, one, or building anything at all. So that's what Tia basically thought she was graduating from marriage into getting involved with in the dating scene. But when she entered the dating scene again, she showed how immature she was, because any healthy, rational, critical thinking woman knows that when it comes to the social marketplace, you want to be able to get in and get out as soon as possible. And the ultimate goal for success for a woman is marriage. And that's what Tia Mowry was blessed with by God. And God had blessed Tia with a husband, blessed her with 2 beautiful children, and blessed her with a healthy, happy home. However, this didn't satisfy Tia, who possibly was listening to many feminist indoctrinated women who told her that she could go out here and do better. And as she thought she could go out here and do better, what happened with Tia was she got duped into believing that she could find a better man, and went on what I call in my book, The Woman Crisis, a quest for a better deal. But sadly, what has happened to Tia is that she wound up getting a raw deal. And what's happening is that as she's gotten this raw deal, by trying to get it out here in this dating marketplace, looking to experience the world of dating, she's experiencing all of the nightmares that happen to older people who are still in the social marketplace, because again, they're the only men that remain available in the social marketplace once a woman gets past 30 years old are again old Pookie, old Ray Ray, and old Romy Rome. And all of those guys really are not viable options for a relationship, because again, these men have not matured, and these men are not really fit to lead due to the dysfunctional state that they grew up in and their lack of values and character. And sadly, Tia is basically in the social marketplace getting involved with men like this because she basically compromised her character by going out here and divorcing her husband. And once she divorced her husband, she basically went from being on the road to being able to grow old with the husband of her youth, like it was stated in the Bible, to going on a road to bust downtown and winding up in the social marketplace 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price. And I'd have to say that Tia's social marketplace value has dropped her almost 95% lower than the average everyday bust down that remains in bust downtown, because when she filed for divorce from Corey Hardrick, what she did was destroy her own social marketplace value from being a high value woman to being lower than a $20 food stamp without the book, because she basically destroyed the ability of men to be able to trust her. And once a woman makes it where men don't believe that she is trustworthy, no man of character is going to look to get involved with her. No man of character wants to deal with a woman like that, because they never know when that woman will go out here and yank the rug out from under them as they're looking to go out here and build something the way Corey was trying to do with Tia when he was married to her. Because what Corey was looking to do when he met her that day at that bus stop was looking to go out here and again, one, live his dream as an actor, and was looking to find a helpmeet would help him build his career. And he built a household with Tia, but then Tia yanked the rug out from under him. And every other man out here who has seen what she did to Corey after he built a household with her and had 2 kids with her and was looking to further move on with his career, no man trusts Tia Mowry at this point. And because no man trusts Tia Mowry, this is reason why she's in the predicament that she's in. And she basically, many of the guys that she's dating really don't want to build a relationship with her. No, basically what she's dealing with are mostly guys like, again, the old Pookie, the old Ray Ray and Romy Rome. And usually most of those guys, all they want to do is go out here and smash. And once they've gone out here and had their sex with Tia Mowry by, again, getting her to drop the skid mark Victoria's Secret thong and allowing them to they'll put the carbon rod in the atomic waste reactor and participate in some nuclear fusion with a celebrity, they can go out here and use that to clout chase by saying, hey, they managed to go out here and get in the draws of a celebrity. And that's the only thing that matters to those guys. And again, these were the kind of guys that God had protected Tia from, but Tia didn't really appreciate the blessings that God had given her. And because Tia didn't appreciate the blessings that God had given her by putting her in the presence of a quality man of character and allowing her to get married to this man and be under God, what happened was Tia basically threw all of that away. And I believe she basically threw all of that away because she was just so addicted to getting attention from all of those people on social media. And when her husband, I believe, admonished her for being on TikTok, doing her dances, this is possibly one of the things that I believe led to her looking to go out and look to experience the world of dating, because she valued attention from the public more than the leadership of her man, and valued the attention of the public more than the leadership of her man, because he was getting success by going out here and finally getting his acting career to pay off, and she was feeling insecure that her career was in a state of decline, but didn't understand that the whole thing is that when you're in a marriage, you're supposed to cleave to your husband and lean on your husband in those times. But instead of looking to cleave to her husband and lean on her husband in those times, what Tia wanted to do was continue trying to find a way to be the center of attention and hope to stay in the center of attention, not understanding that being the center of attention isn't usually a lot of times a good thing, because sometimes not all attention is good attention, and the way she was behaving on TikTok basically has been embarrassing her and her family and not reflecting a respectable image as related to being a wife. This is what Tia, I believe, didn't understand, that what Corey was doing when he possibly admonished her about doing those dances was looking to protect her and the family's image. But she wanted to go out here and get this attention, wanted to believe that she could leave Corey and find a better man who would let her get away with all sorts of, again, reckless behavior. And that's why she's in the social marketplace, again, looking to go out here talking about dating, talking about going out here dating, even though you graduate as related to relationships by being married. That's the ultimate form of success for a woman, is being married. But she thought she could graduate from marriage and do better. But we clearly see that she's not doing better, because the social marketplace is the social marketplace. And when it comes to the social marketplace, again, those people who stay in it and get older, usually what happens to those people is they wind up with slim pickings, both men and women. Usually the men wind up with slim pickings, such as single mothers, bust downs, divorcees, and women who have a high body count. And usually it's hard to have a relationship with those women because they've already had a lot of emotional issues from previous relationships and emotional issues from all sorts of trauma, so there's no way a man can really bond with a woman who is like that at all. And when it comes to women who enter the social marketplace, again, I'll repeat it once more, many of those women get involved with extremely immature men, and those immature men are on the marketplace because they again are not leader class men. No, usually smart women usually scope out those kinds of men when they're very young and extremely attractive, and they wind up going out here and setting up a strategy to get with those men and take them off the marketplace before they can even enter the marketplace. I talk about this in depth in my novel, Spinsterella. What they do is once that they see that quality man in the marketplace, they start setting up their plan and they snatch that man straight off the marketplace before he can get on. And that's what Tia did with Corey. But basically she fumbled the bag and fumbled the ball as related to relationships. And that's why she's stuck with a dude with a gold grill on a date. A dude with a gold grill who basically every woman passed on because she looked at this dude and wasn't looking at his size. Like Tia was saying, oh, this guy is so short. No, this guy was so lame. And again, lame because he was out here looking to try to impress Tia Mowry by having a gold grill in his mouth and showing her that how immature he was. But Tia's sitting there wondering how she wound up in this situation. Well, she wound up in this situation because she didn't appreciate who God had given her and wanted to go out here and put words in God's mouth by saying, oh, God wants me to go out here and date or something like that. But again, when God gives you a husband, again, he wants you to stay with that husband and stay with that husband because, again, he knows better than you. And sadly, Tia hasn't learned that lesson and still hasn't learned it because she's still thinking that being out here in the dating marketplace is a good thing. But being in the dating marketplace isn't a good thing when you're older. No, dating is fun for teenagers who don't know about the world of relationships and courtship. No, it's fun for them because they're blind and naive. But those of us who are seasoned, we know that, again, we want to get in and get out and get married as soon as possible. You want to get in and get out because you don't want to be in the social marketplace when you're older because, again, the pickings are slim. And with the pickings being slim, there is slim to none that you'll find another quality man. And as you get older, instead of you being with the wife of your youth and you staying together, a woman winds up in bust downtown in an apartment with a cat and a bowl of soup. In an apartment with a bowl of soup and a cat, looking out at the graveyard, having no one to love her. And sadly, that's the road Tia Mowry is on. She's on the road to bust downtown and going to be stuck on bust downtown because no man trusts her. And with no man trusting her, she's on her own and learning a hard lesson about the world of dating, something that she should have understood if she had somebody to sit down and talk to her, because the hood rat and feminist friends, what they want is a woman to be miserable in their company, and that's what Tia Mowry is in. She's in the company of miserable women in the social marketplace, where she's learning that having a value lower than a $20 food stamps doesn't get you high value men. No, it gets you men who are immature, that put gold grills in their mouth, and put gold grills in their mouth because they don't know how to be men and don't know how to carry and conduct themselves like a quality man and can carry and conduct himself like a man of character who wants to reflect God in his example. That's what Tia Mowry is missing out on as she wanders in the darkness of the social marketplace, as she wanders out in the wilderness of the social marketplace. She basically has put herself on the road to never getting to the promised land of a healthy relationship with another man. Now, if you want to learn how to avoid the pitfall that Tia Mowry wound up in, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single at other online booksellers like Draft the Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you want to learn how Tia Mowry learned all this dysfunction about the world of relationships, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis on Amazon.com, along with Why 70% of Black Women Are Single in paperback and Kindle format. And you can also find it at other online booksellers at all of the online booksellers I mentioned. Now, if you want to see me make more videos taking celebrities to the barbecue, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available for the first time in paperback, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. Learn all the reasons why so many Black women can't find a husband and why 70% of Black women are single. Get your copy of Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com today.
Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.